everybody.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Well, let's start the insanity.
Hello and welcome to the Weekly Yak. It's Mac with Randy.
Hey, what's up?
And Mel.
Hey.
Yeah, you had a great big burp before.
It wasn't as good as the one I had before we started recording, but I should have saved it.
Yeah.
Oh, rats.
That could have been one of your returns. That would have been perfect. Just so you know, because I told you guys before that I didn't have this has been a shit week, and so I didn't write jokes for this time, and also I didn't make a return for you yet. So I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm not offended.
It's coming. That's what she said. But
I was gonna say
it's gonna. Yeah, you'll have one soon enough. Yeah, it's it's just a run out the clock till next week spring break. I just gotta get there.
Yeah.
And I know that that's like people that have like other jobs. They're like, well, I don't get a week off here and 2 weeks at Christmas. I'm like, yeah, but teaching, destroys you. Like you need it to, regenerate. I mean, teaching does suck away like a year at a time from your life, your actual life.
Yes.
Teachers don't live as long as other people, I'm sure. I haven't done the research, but I feel.
I don't care if it's true. I just know that it's right.
Right. Yes, exactly. So sorry if I'm kind of, I don't know, not cynical today, but just, man, I'm just exhausted.
The end is near, man. You're like 24 hours away. Just 24 hours.
That's true. It is Thursday, and tomorrow is the last day before.
Yeah.
And then also this year, for some reason, the day after spring break, the Monday after, is a professional development day.
Hey.
So we still get another day.
Ease back into it.
Yeah, right. So we're at work, but kids aren't there. Which a day without the kids is still like a day off. So.
Yeah, it's quieter at least.
It is. We can take an adult lunch. Well, that sounds weird. We can take like an hour lunch.
Go to lunch at the strip club.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm going to eat when I have professional development. I eat lunch off a stripper. That's my adult lunch.
Eat barbecue ribs off of someone's titties.
I will never forget there was an ad for the longest time that ran on this radio station in Austin that would say it was for some strip club, and it was like, remember, come in and there's a discount for UT faculty, staff, and students. And I'm like, can you imagine you're watching this chick dance and you're like, hey, Dr. Johnson, that was a tough test today. And then the stripper bends over and she's like, yes, it was Dr. Johnson. Right, and she's like in your class too. Like,
Dr.
that would be
Johnson.
crazy.
Dr. Johnson.
Obviously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that'd be a weird, and also like, hey, can I get my teacher discount? Like, that'd be a weird thing to ask for when you're there. So is this lap dance like full price, or is it like,
what's my discount? What's my senior citizen discount?
Yeah. I've never seen an ad on TV for a strip club before. I was thinking that one.
Yeah, a radio a lot.
Oh no, radio. That's what you said.
Yeah, not TV.
Well, Waco's so conservative and so pure.
We'd have to
so
have
perfect.
a strip club here in the first place. For
And
it to
you don't
be...
want to check those strip clubs out here.
No, do we have any?
Yeah.
What?
Boy,
Yeah.
they're real close to Baylor too.
Of course,
one's
they
on
are.
LaSalle.
They're on. Actually, they're on kind of that. You go around the circle like you're heading to Robinson, and there was one out there too. Then
Sunny Tees.
Yeah.
Well,
hell, I don't know.
Why do you know the names, Mac?
But just because that was the only fully nude. I've never been, but that was the fully nude one.
A likely story.
My dad
The other
used
one's
to
just
make
topless.
My dad made jokes all the time growing up, and even like we left this area for 20 years, and my dad would always be like, "Oh yeah, I was down at Twin Minis," and I'm like, "There's not a Twin Minis here," and he's like, "Shut up, I was at Twin Minis." You know, that was his joke all the time. If you're like, "What'd you do today?" "Oh, I went to Twin Minis." "Oh, okay."
That sounds
Shut
more.
up, Dad.
That sounds more respectable than Two Minis.
Yeah. Well, I think he got Twin Liquors and Twin Minis confused.
Or Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
That was our most. I love when
Don't ask, don't tell about Twin Peaks. That's on the list now too.
Is it?
Well, I mean, the shootout here in Waco, yo, that was
yeah, no, I know.
insane.
No, but I'm saying I love that when Waco tries to get like nice and stuff, and then something just fucks it up and just
right. Hooters is still there though, but no one goes. You drop by Hooters, and I feel like it's like.
Are they worried that's next?
I don't.
That'll be
know.
the next. Oh, okay.
That Hooters has been there forever, but I swear, like even
that was the thing when they built that, because there's a church kind of near it, like down the road behind it, but they didn't want it there.
Oh, well, of course they don't.
I mean, but it's. But the chicken wings.
I will question.
Well, they're better wings in town.
I will question
No, I know.
anybody's motives to like fucking go to Hooters like for as a
unless you're
legitimate
Michael
choice.
Scott, I guess that's the
only thing I like at Hooters, believe it or not, is they have a really no. I've got my own things. They have a really good like grilled ham and cheese sandwich, and I'm like, why would I go to Hooters for that? But when I've had to go a few times with some male friends. And they hate go. Of course, you hate going.
Do you just say yes? Do you ever say, "Well, how about?"
We went one time for a friend of ours. He went on a girls' weekend, and he was the only guy straight, and he was straight, and so he was not having it. So we thought we'd be nice and take him to Hooters. We all bought Hooters shirts, and then he hated it because the whole time when a waitress would over, we'd be like, "Oh, hers are fake."
I just ruined it for him.
I ruined like the whole thing for him. But we got pictures of us outside of Hooters, and they had. We're now hiring. We're like, what's up? We got a good job at Hooters.
Well, to make Randy upset, that was kind of like on Friends, where they took Chandler to the strip club, and the girls tried to act like guys.
Oh,
when Chandler got Kathy cheated on him.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Fucking Kathy. I don't even know who that is.
She's the worst, so you're okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what else is the worst? Fucking Friends.
Fucking Friends? Yeah,
fucking friends.
That fucking friends can be fun.
That always
fucking
leads
friends
to
can cause problems.
That stupid fucking show Friends is the worst.
Dude.
That was my friend's clap.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
I thought she was about to like that was her
teasing.
I thought it was the beginning of a fight, like where like people would clap after every word.
Back. No, I was
You
trying
have to clap your syllables with the clap.
I was trying. No, not on Friends because it's. No one told you that was gonna be.
It's actually only 4 claps because people get that wrong.
Even I know that.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's 5. No, I just realized. I mean, that was I watched some kind of. Are you gonna look it up now? See if I'm
No.
Well, we'll see about that.
All right, asshole. No, I don't care that much.
You told me to watch an episode of Friends, but then you never told me.
Right, and you were
going
to tell me to watch RuPaul, and then you forgot.
I did tell you.
You told me after.
No,
reminded me.
No, we talked about his left, and he texted you on Thursday when the new RuPaul came.
You said, "Oh, I almost forgot to." I was too late.
Because it was Thursday night. I messaged you Thursday during the day.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna have to look. Well, I guess you can look.
Randy and I watched it. And
we did.
We know about it. And
well, that's all right.
We've got some queens, and
So no.
it was
You
what
have
it
queens?
was. Yeah, we have some queens.
Oh no, okay, so I was wrong. I messaged him on Friday, the day after.
Well, you know what? There's still the magic of the internet, and
I did tell you to DVR that shit.
That's okay. Now you know what that means. You've got 2 to watch, Mac.
Oh shit!
You got to learn who the first queens are.
Is it too late? I mean, are they going to show one tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the second episode of the season you can watch.
Do they do the encore? Will they show it before?
Probably, I would imagine.
I feel
so.
like they do.
And if not, then you can just watch the second episode and just have to learn their names without their intros.
There you
go. This just because I looked at my phone.
This
New York
just
Times.
in.
Paul Manafort, President Trump's former campaign chairman, was sentenced to 47 months.
none of them are going to get what they deserve, though.
Yeah.
No,
that's not enough.
The chair.
Right.
No, I'm joking. Don't come after me like Kathy Griffin. I don't mean it.
Well, that's not you cutting a head off in effigy or whatever. That's like, I mean,
she's still my girl.
Yeah. That's just, yeah, it doesn't matter what people do, but that was like, you're just inviting way too much. I mean, I know you can say whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know.
Why would you put yourself in that
Why would
position?
you have to deal with all that crap? But whatever.
Back to RuPaul. Miley Cyrus is on there. And spoiler alert, not spoiler alert, she tries to go undercover like a dude and has like facial hair and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's still got Miley Cyrus eyes. And she's going in a room with a bunch of queens. And she's a little bitty, quote unquote, dude with Miley Cyrus eyes and a beard. They figured that shit out so
What is
fast.
Miley Cyrus eyes?
Her eyes.
You can just tell that it's
really
Miley.
Oh, okay.
And
I've never been so lost. I have no idea what y'all are talking
every
about.
Every
you have to tell me.
episode.
No. I want to see it like
I'm
in all
just
its
saying,
glory.
yeah, she just
I'm
tries
just saying
to
I'm
sneak
so
in.
lost. Like I have
It's
no idea
okay.
about the show.
She's trying
Yes.
to like find out some stuff and be like a
secret agent on the inside.
Yeah, what is it? Gene Parmesan from Arrested Development,
You never watched this?
I haven't watched Arrested Development.
geez.
it's so great.
Do you hate it or you?
No, I've
never
just
seen
never
it?
watched it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, anytime there's like this shitty detective and he's undercover and it's Martin Mull and he just
He's
doesn't
funny.
and he doesn't really change. It would be like putting like a blonde wig on Mac and putting it, but nothing else. And then all of a sudden he pulls the wig off and you're like, it's Gene Parmesan,
Right.
That's kind of what
Surprise.
Miley Cyrus did. It was like, whatever, girl, we know who you are.
It was but they didn't catch it for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Is Miley Cyrus not a joke anymore? Is she like?
No, she's
Love Miley.
got her shit back together. She's married to Gail from the Hunger Games.
Oh, yeah,
aka
yeah, right.
Thor's
Liam
brother.
Hemsworth.
Wait,
Yeah.
which one? It's
Liam.
Liam. Okay, Liam Hemsworth. What's the other one? Who's Thor? His
Chris.
brother.
Chris
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Okay.
And then,
But I mean, she's moved. She's gotten past the bodysuit weird
Oh yeah,
chicken
yeah,
ass thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
Okay.
yeah. She's apparently got her shit back together.
All right. Well, good.
I loved 2013 Miley. Sorry about it.
No, I don't.
We went on a really bad Miley Cyrus K-hole last week.
Yes.
Randy and I did, and just listened.
What's a
to,
K-hole?
like when you do drugs and you go down a K-hole. I mean, not that that's what I've been told. I mean,
That's what it's called when you like trip out.
well, yeah, you're going down a K-hole.
Man, I have no idea. I'm learning so
Look,
much.
you're
So we're
learning.
just like jamming to her music, just like completely unironically
Yeah.
in the office.
Yeah.
K-hole.
Yeah, and just, my best friend Leslie says, oh, she's just being Miley.
The next time we hang out, I will redeem myself. My heart can
Those of you listening, we're just gonna have to stick together because I don't know what they're doing.
No.
They're in their own thing.
They are singing along with
They're
us.
standing
Yes.
up and doing this and running around.
Randy,
so-
listening to this tomorrow, is singing along to Randy right now, and Melissa listening
That's
are
right.
singing to
Well,
it.
I'm glad some people are.
Yeah, because I got my hands up playing my song on the butterfly.
Well, I do know
Highway.
that. I know that song. I tried to play it at my last 4th of July. I was in charge of music, and I just had like a 4-day long playlist from Spotify, just of any kind of upbeat music
So
from
it's
any
like
genre,
that and Bruce Springsteen.
and that's it.
Of course.
It's just-
It's those
but
two songs.
I had
and
that
nothing
song
else.
on there, and my ultra conservative white family was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "It's a good.
It's called
upbeat-
Culture.
It's a good upbeat song. Like even but they're like, play Toby Keith or whatever.
Oh,
I'm trying to think.
Toby Keith.
I'm trying to think. FUTK.
Freedom cost a bucko
We'll
fast.
put a boot in your ass.
Yeah.
That's America.
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 No A at the front. America.
Fucking
So we're
white
all
people.
liberals, right? Is that
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Quite.
okay? Quite.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah. So.
Pinky's out.
So that's why we probably don't have a lot of fans in Waco.
Yeah.
But
Pinky's out
I'm
for
sure there's-
Harambe.
Oh,
I don't know.
Beto 2020. So.
Oh,
we'll see.
yeah.
Well, no, you can still hope for him. I mean, it's not.
mean-
Yeah, he probably
Uh,
won't.
no.
I mean, he probably won't. He hadn't even decided. There's like a million other ones in there. Like,
Yeah.
there's like 20 people that have.
I just want to
declared.
like wait a year and then have an opinion. Like
right.
I just
It's not. Yeah, it's almost like when the beginning of like the March Madness. Like, just wait till it thins out, then you can really.
yeah.
So, because I can't follow March Madness, so I can't follow
me either.
I can't. Well, you're.
It's fucking boring.
Oh man, no.
I'm joking.
Oh, I'll
I-
teach you how to enjoy it. It involves
I
a
will
lot of
teach you to-
alcohol and picking.
Yeah.
Picking teams that's just a crapshoot. I've always have normally 2 brackets. One bracket's like legit, and then the other things like who's got the cutest coach or whatever. I was talking to someone. My friend went to the Baylor Oklahoma State game the other night, and he was taking a friend that was a girl, And we saw Texas, Oklahoma State, and sat second row right behind the Oklahoma State bench. And I just leaned over to my friend and was like, Oklahoma State, they got some good looking coaches. Just if the game gets boring, just look over there and you'll be good. And she's like, thanks, girl. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. And so that's what I know. And Shaka Smart, holla at you, girl.
There you go.
I could break him in half and it'd be okay.
You'd be okay with it? You wouldn't feel guilty?
Oh, no. I love you, Shaka. Get on down.
Is that a player?
No, man. He's a University of Texas men's basketball coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he my boy.
I'm not into college sports. I'm into real sports.
Oh, no.
I just do that to be an asshole.
Yeah, I like college more than I like pro, except for baseball. I mean, I like college more than pro just because they're playing for guts more than they are, their pocketbooks.
Well, you could say that about any college sport. I mean, that's what
That's
use
what I'm
to say.
saying, man.
You wait, so you don't like college baseball?
I do like college baseball, but I like Major League Baseball a lot.
That's the one professional sport you like more than the college sport. Yeah.
Yes.
I love June because you get like in baseball, you get like 2 Octobers. You get June for the whole tournament for NCAA.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
Is that the UT? I can
That's
have an opinion.
Shaka Smart.
Is he related to Shaka Khan?
No.
Remember Shaka Khan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Holla at your girl, Shaka, like you're listening to this, but come on.
Right. But yeah, you get because right when baseball starts, Major League Baseball starts, June is really, unless you love baseball, nobody really cares about the games in June. But then you can watch NCAA, and then it's the World Series. Then after that's over, then you watch the rest till October. But,
I'm pretty hardcore. I mean, I'm following spring training right now. I've already got my MLB app, AP.
Do you have T-Mobile?
I do not.
Okay. T-Mobile, again, last year they gave free MLB.TV subscription for the whole year. And they're doing it again, so.
Well, that's my birthday gift every year because the subscription always comes due about the time of my birthday. So it's like
the end of March?
No, it's
already?
end of February, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's already happened. But
and if you resubscribe, it's cheaper too. So you probably got the $70 something dollar instead of the $120 thing.
And they now have it where you can just choose the team you like.
Oh yeah.
Instead of watching everybody. The day after you can watch everybody, but I don't really care. So I'm a diehard Atlanta Braves fan. That's my team. And so I get to watch the Braves.
But you can enjoy just a random baseball game, right?
Oh, yeah. Like, I love baseball. I am not, shocker, not a Baylor fan living in this town. But
they have a nice ball. It's nice to go to see live baseball. It's a nice experience.
Well, a friend of mine has season tickets, and he takes me. And I met and talked. And I actually had a beer too with Coach Rod, the Baylor baseball coach.
Rod.
It's Rodriguez, but he goes by Coach Rod, and he's awesome. And I like him, and I enjoy baseball. So I'll go and at least enjoy.
But not enough to root for. Like they're still not your.
Well, Texas is my number one, and so I would
in all college sports, like down the board, like
at Texas and Auburn.
Okay,
because my family we have a split family, and like 90% of my family are Bama fans, and I'm on the Auburn side of the thing.
It's so funny because that can divide a family more than actual like distance or divorce or whatever. Like your college, who you root for. You
have no idea how deep it runs. Just wait till college football season. Yeah. And I'll tell you stories about my dad who has a Bear, honest to God, owns a Bear Bryant hat.
Oh, cool.
It's under glass. My dad.
It's a delicacy.
Dad wears Bama something. Am I right? Every cat or shirt or
that's
jacket.
His wardrobe.
Every time you see him, there's at least one Bama item on him. And
well, there you go.
He's from there.
Did he go there?
No, which is funny because he went to Southern Mississippi.
Oh wow!
But he is a diehard Bama fan.
See, I can't like. This is just me. I'm not saying other people can't do this, but I wouldn't have such an allegiance to a college team. Like pros, it's different because most of us are never good enough to play professionally or whatever. So it's easier to put your hopes and dreams on them. But I never understood if you didn't actually go to the school how somebody could be such a diehard.
Yes.
I know that it is and it's cool, but like me, I went to Tarleton and they're not anything. Yeah. Like they don't have football. Like.
They do have football.
Yeah, but not really. I mean, it's not like...
Yeah.
I rooted for my football team in college because I was at every football game because I was in the band, and I rooted for.
What did you play? The French horn?
Yes, I mean I didn't march with the French horn, but yes. And then
what did you march with?
A mellophone, which is like a marching version of a French horn.
Oh, okay.
And then
like a tuba and a sousaphone.
Exactly.
Like that's in the band that marching and you wear it. Okay.
Yeah. One's for sitting band and one's for running band.
Gotcha.
And then I rooted for the basketball team because the basketball team at SFA did really well for a couple years in a row.
They really did.
They got to the Sweet 16 one year, and then
and Stephen F. Austin is actually like a sports. I mean, they're more recognized as a competitive in their history.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never hear Tarleton doing anything.
But I remember being in college.
On my own school.
I remember being in college and wearing my SFA hoodie that I wore just all the time, and then I still do.
Yeah, I was gonna say you still wear that
I still do wear it all the
time
because it's a comfy hoodie and it's black.
Were you a theater major? What was your major?
Music.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like around my brother and his white trash ex-wife. I hate that bitch. And she was like, "Boo! UT's where it's at." This woman who like barely graduated high school, and I'm like, I wear this merch because I go to this school. You wear UT shit because you're white trash that shops at Walmart. Like, fuck off.
Right. Yeah. Well,
because it's the go-to university.
Right. Yeah.
In Texas to root for, whether you have an actual opinion or not.
I think a lot of it, though, I will say, especially depending on your generation, especially my generation, is like here in Texas. Especially if you live in Central Texas, all the pro teams are Dallas or Houston, San Antonio Spurs. But yes, like they're far away if you're in Central Texas. And so there are all these big colleges around.
Yeah.
I remember growing up here outside of Waco, especially in the 80s, Baylor was really crappy at sports, even with Grant Taft. Sorry, bro. They weren't great. And so you basically had to choose A&M or University of Texas because those were the teams. And I liked Austin better than College Station. And so I did that. But, though I did not attend University of Texas, I did get accepted. So I was good enough to go there. I just chose not to. So
that's way closer than anybody else that usually roots for them. So
I will root for the Lady Bears basketball team just because they're good and because they're ladies at a university that probably otherwise would not give them any credit. So I'll root for them any day of the week.
I heard this is so great now that they're getting their new gym facility arena. It was right when McLean Stadium was built, and I went to the tip-off basketball luncheon, and Kim Mulkey. I mean, Kim Mulkey is amazing. She just talks shit. She doesn't give a fuck. And she was like, well, and of course, the year that the stadium was built also was when all the shit's coming out about all the sexual assaults and whatever. And Kim Mulkey's like, well, we got this, $1 billion stadium over here for a team that maybe won't do well. And see, how many Big 12 championships have I brought? How many national championships? Oh, wait, how many do the football have? And we're still in this old arena that rains inside. Yep. And I was like, damn, Kim Mulkey, shit.
Work.
But, a few years later, she's getting her wish because they're groundbreaking, I think, this summer. And then hopefully.
Good for them.
The Farrell Center actually has weather that accumulates inside.
Yeah.
And just it's its own.
It's humid
so
AF.
bad.
Depending on if it's a super rainy day. Actually, speaking of Bama, I went with Dad to the Bama Baylor men's game this season, and it was one of those super, super rainy days. And I swear you could see like clouds. There's like fog inside the Farrell Center.
Cumulonimbus clouds forming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I have just to get off of sports finally.
Lots of people get off sports. Hey,
you're not a huge fan of sports? Shocking.
I mean, I like baseball, and surprisingly, I don't even know if either of you know this about me, that I actually really am a big fan of boxing.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah, which is probably not something you would have thought about me ever. But I
shirtless dudes crawling around beating the shit out of each
sweaty,
other.
glistening. It's probably right up your alley.
My guilty pleasure, and I think this has more to do. My guilty pleasure is watching fight videos. Like just random
people fighting.
Just random people fighting.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it's like...
Well, you're just like my students. They love watching that shit.
Probably, especially when it's like racist dude confronts black man, gets knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, those are my favorite.
Right.
Like,
when they get their comeuppance where they think they're going to...
And they're like, hey, you fucking...
Well, can I say one more thing about sports before you move on? Because you were going to say, because like in Central Texas, there's not like a professional team right here. Mm-hmm. Like with baseball, like I remember my dad, he was older like than other people's dads. When I was a kid, my dad was older than most. So when he was a kid, there was no Texas Rangers for baseball. So he was a St. Louis Cardinal fan because that was the closest team to Texas in the 50s.
Yeah.
There was nothing else. So it's kind of like with him or with people like that, I can understand. And also like, there's like bandwagon fans, but if you've been a fan forever, if you're that's okay. When Baylor football got good, like everyone was a Baylor fan.
Yeah.
But there were people like for a long time that would go to the old stadium and when they wouldn't win at all and stuff. So I just wanted to say that's okay. I just mean that people that love like your former sister-in-law, like that kind of stuff, that they would just jump on them, But if you've been, even if you didn't go there, if you've been a fan for life, I just wanted to, that's all. I wanted to get karma.
I was a big Tennessee Titans fan when I was a kid because I grew up for a little while in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, cool.
And we watched, it was just like something that we did together as a family. Like I didn't care about like the actual game at all. It's just like that brought our family together.
That's why I like the Braves. One of the reasons is my granny, because my family is from Alabama, Georgia. My grandmother loved
the city,
Braves.
Alabama, Georgia?
Yeah,
Oh, Alabama, Georgia. Got it.
That shitty band, Alabama, Georgia line? Yeah. Anyway,
shittier than Florida, Georgia.
That's the cover band of theirs.
Nice.
Anyway, we watched the Braves together, and as a matter of fact, at both Turner Field and SunTrust Park, we bought a brick in my grandmother's memory that's at the field, so she's always at a Braves game. And
Have you been to the new one?
I have not been to the new one yet. I'm dying to go. I went to Turner Field, and I had an amazing time. I went to 4 games on Chipper Jones last season.
Oh, cool.
I love Chipper Jones. I even went to New York to the Mets to see the Mets Braves play. And
Where they call him Larry?
Yeah, and I almost got in a fight. That's a story for another time.
Okay.
Bo was really scared, my big husband, because I almost got in a fight with a skinny little New Yorker dude that's like, Larry.
A skinny New York dude?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I about took out a dude in New York City. I knew the fuck.
He wasn't ready. He didn't know. He wasn't ready. As Kevin Hart would say.
Anyway, you were saying Randy?
No more sports before Randy explodes here.
So on my second episode of the podcast, because I didn't know what else to talk about, I was like, oh, Mac and I love Mac. He's a really nice guy. We still don't know each other that well. This is back then. I still don't think we know each other super well. But because this is now Mel's second episode, I thought, let's have some cool, interesting icebreakers. Because these are some things, because I feel like I know Mel pretty well, but maybe these are things that I, don't really know about her, or that you probably don't know.
We can both learn
exactly.
about her at the same time.
Learning.
So here's some questions to ask Mel. And if
are these different than the ones you asked me?
They are.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I mean, and you can answer these too, Mac, if you want, and maybe I'll have. So, what is one goal you'd like to accomplish during your lifetime?
Ooh. Honestly,
It's just lighthearted questions.
No, here's the thing. I almost don't want to say it because people steal my shit, as you know, Randy, and steal my ideas a lot. But my dream,
like that one bitch,
my dream is
Joanna Gaines.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I have Magnolia and these damn silos. Anyway, I really want to start or run my own theater, which is ironically what brought me to Waco, but that's still not happening. But yeah, that's probably my.
You mean a
dream.
better theater than what we have here?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What about you, Mac?
No shade.
What is it? A lifetime goal? What is the?
Just something that it's just one goal that you want to accomplish in your lifetime, whether it be something you're working towards actively or just kind of a dream.
College professor, like a tenured.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, it won't be in Texas, obviously, but somewhere someday.
Okay. Oh, it may be. I've already accomplished that goal. Sorry, check.
Well, no, but I mean, it's really hard though.
It is hard. It is hard, but you can do it. I trust you. I believe
You trust
in you.
me.
I trust
Would
you.
you want
I
it?
believe
Would
in
you want it to be like in history?
No, probably more. I want to help. This is me being like, normally I'm super cynical about my job, but I want to do something with teaching potential teachers, like education.
Oh, like an education department.
Yeah. So like I'm going to go.
Go to SFA. There sucks right now. You can make it better.
Well, one of the teachers that inspired me to be a teacher, he's working at Baylor now. He came back from UNT, which where he was doing the ed psych program, and part of it is educational psychology, and part of it is teachers that are going either they're about to be teachers or they're getting a higher level degree in teaching to move up. You're teaching them. So like I would want, because I remember when I went through all this, I didn't get prepared at all, like at all.
Oh, same.
So I want to, really, because even I had teachers who used to be teachers, but they were so far removed from it that they didn't remember exactly how it was. So like I want to prepare them more. So that's to teach like teachers taking
wonderful.
college classes. So
I love that.
Well, thanks, man.
Who would play you in a movie?
Oh, this is super easy. I already have 2 cast for the movie of my life. It depends on, I guess, who's available. My number 1 choice, and has been forever, is Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
She's
1. Funny like you. That makes sense.
And my number 2 choice, if Melissa had to turn it down, would be A.D. Bryant.
Oh yeah, on SNL.
From Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So those who would be me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you asked me that one before. I said I couldn't think of it. I said Telly Savalas. I showed you because he's
That's
dead.
right.
He's dead, but
Yes.
I mean I can't think of another. I don't know, Michael Chiklis.
No, man. You don't. They don't have to be bald, dude.
Oh well,
You can
yeah,
pick-
they
they
do.
can
They can
always
shave their head.
Well,
I
they
mean-
could play me as if it was like me, like my life story. Like if I in one part I was young,
Okay.
so I guess I don't know. That's all. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm like being creepy, staring at you, trying to figure out who I would say.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like sometimes people play people in movies and they don't even look like them. They just
Yeah.
they're just good actors and they just say, okay, you're going to play this part. So, I mean, if I could have anybody like Tom Hanks, like I would love if he
Yes.
played me just because I love Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Like,
Colin Hanks is probably more your age range.
that's true.
than-
Yeah, we're probably the same
yeah.
age now.
I can never.
And he's a pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
he takes after his dad. So
I can never think of anyone who would accurately play me in a movie, but I already have the 2 people that would cast that would play my parents. Just
Oh, right.
like
Oh,
easily
we've discussed this.
about.
Yeah. One's Lily Tomlin, right?
Oh yeah, my mom is definitely
Yeah,
Lily
yeah.
Tomlin. If not Lily Tomlin, then like a Raquel Welch. Not because I think she's a particularly good actress, but she kind of looks the part.
oh,
Minus
and
like
Raquel Welch was freaking hot too.
Yeah.
Is your mom
right?
hot? It's a weird question to ask the son.
I think my mom is beautiful.
Gross.
She hasn't had any work done though.
Oh,
so,
nice.
and my stepdad would definitely be Jeff Goldblum.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, I would pick that anyway, just because Jeff Goldblum's such
Yeah.
a enigma of a. You ever watch him on Conan or just any? He's just so. He's just yes yeah. All right.
But my
Well,
stepdad
he's-
legit looks like a
He looks
slightly
like Jeff
more
Gold-
ethnic
Jeff
Jeff
Goldblum?
Goldblum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my stepdad's Native American.
Okay,
And he just looks
so
like
is
a-
mine. Really,
Your stepdad is?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. How freaky.
he's a something Apache. He's a something Apache.
All I can think of is I'm going to visualize both of your stepdads as John Redcorn and like his hair majestically blows.
That's
in the
exactly
wind.
right.
Yes. Okay. What is your favorite section of the bookstore or library?
Ooh, I'm a super freaking nerd. I mean, obviously I like theater books, but I really love specifically autobiographies. I love to read about people's lives. I just finished Bossy Pants by Tina Fey.
Okay.
And I love reading
Well,
about
Tina Fey's
people.
just great
Yeah, and I
anyway,
love
so.
comedy books. And actually, my next read is going to be Mindy Kaling's book. So, yes.
I just side note, I love that you've got this dog in your lap that is just sitting so quietly, but also looking with like the widest eyes.
Isn't
at
he
me.
so pathetically adorable at the same time? I mean, I'd be history. I mean,
Yeah, the history section.
Yeah,
I'm a really
World War I, World War II.
Yeah. I really love the self-help section. So like
because you need it.
because I definitely need it, and I probably buy like a self-help book every time that I go to the bookstore. I've yet to read any of
Well, your intentions are good. I mean,
I guess so. It's like, you know, when you were a kid, I maybe I still get this whenever you walk down like the school supply aisle,
Yeah,
and you're just like something about like the illusion of productivity in your mind.
Well, like me, I don't know. I mean, since being a teacher and stuff, like I love like that's my porn aisle. Like
Yes.
even in the middle of the year, I don't need anything, but I'm like folders, lamination sheets, pins. Like I'm like, and I don't need any of it, but I want to buy more.
Exactly. What is your best/worst quality? What are your best and worst qualities?
Well, I try too hard. I love too much.
Dick to bomb.
Yes.
I would say probably my best quality is I do genuinely care about people overall. Even like
it's like you're realizing
people.
this or something.
No, I mean,
I guess
I do sometimes, and that kind of feeds into sometimes I do care too much, and that also kind of screws me over. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
It's a double-edged sword.
I'm a giver, but sometimes I'm too giving. And it's not about receiving, I know, but sometimes it's nice.
So that's your best and your worst?
Yeah.
Oh, twofer.
Yeah.
2 for 1. Well, my best quality is my voice, I think, probably.
I mean, it's pretty nice.
Hey, ladies.
Pretty superficial one, but I'm a procrastinator. That's my worst one.
Yeah.
I mean, I never get my lesson plans in on time. I wait till the last minute to grade everything. I wake up at the last minute that I possibly can to get wherever. Yeah.
Do you wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy? Sorry.
Yes.
Feeling greener than Shrek. I don't know what my best quality is. Maybe that's something that y'all can answer for me because I'm not really aware of what
everything.
Everything.
Your acting ability. You sing pretty well.
I have my moments. My worst quality is definitely that I'm just inconsistent in every aspect of my life.
Can we do like I'm just going to hijack your thing here. Can we do like you remember the talent show, not talent show,
the variety show?
The variety show. I wish we could do like a show tune one where it's like
this one
show
that's coming up.
With who?
The same group. It's in March.
I pissed her off, so I won't do it.
That's okay.
But I'm saying,
how did you? Because dropping out of the Christmas show?
Yeah, at the last minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. You can just show up and do something. That's kind of.
Yeah, but she has to you have to.
I also dropped out of something this week.
With her, okay, she who shall not be named.
Yeah,
she's not Voldemort, really. I said it.
But she has to like approve everything, and I'm not the best singer, so like I thought it would be fun to I would sing a Disney song probably.
Yeah,
like you could totally pull off some Sebastian the Crab under the sea action.
I want to. Oh, thank you. I want to sing with somebody. Be our guest.
Ooh, fun times.
I want to be Mrs. Potts. No, I want to be
Angela Lansbury.
I want to be the Lumiere because it's not it's not that hard of a song. It's not really. It's almost kind of sing talking. Really, it's not really singing. But I like to do a French accent and all that stuff. But then I could get somebody who's really actually good and do the Angela Lansbury because she really sings like really well in that. So I think that'd be good. Like the opening and then the other people would sing and do way better stuff. But.
Maybe
when you open your theater, you can let me do stuff.
My dream theater. Oh, that would be such a great name for an 80s band, right?
My dream theater.
And then lastly, who would be your celebrity best friend?
Oh, I have a list.
That's a good question.
I have recently talked about this a lot, but first off, any of the people that I named to play me in the movie, I would love to be friends with, like Melissa McCarthy. But I have said this, and I believe it. I even said this last week, y'all. Gabourey Sidibe, hit me up, girl. Why aren't we best friends?
I don't. Well,
Precious.
She was Precious.
Oh, okay. Precious.
She's on
American
Empire.
Horror Story.
I love her. She's American Horror Story. I love her. I follow her on the Twitters and the Instagrams. She is so she's just my long lost best friend. Hit me up, Gab.
Mine would be a comedian. It's hard to pick. I don't know. I like so many of them because I aspire. Like, if I could, I would love to be a comedy writer. What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm
Did
just
he fart?
No, I'm just super heavy, and I'm getting a breast exam over here by Bingo. Maybe that's why I'm breathing heavy.
Enjoying it, are you?
Hey, Bingo. Hey.
Probably either Bill Burr or Jim Gaffigan. I don't know.
Okay.
I love. I mean, they're just so
I
cool.
love Jim Gaffigan. We saw him like the very first like Hot Pocket gag tour, and it was. So
I love
good.
when he talks about working out or just he's just sloth behavior. When he's like, he's like, it's just 30 minutes a day. Oh yeah, how about no minutes?
Right.
Like working out. How about none? How can we do that? Yeah. Or I don't know, Bill Hader. I really like Bill Hader.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Barry?
I haven't. That's who
Not
would
yet.
be you, Randy. Bill Hader.
That would be.
Yeah, Bill Hader would be a good you
Okay.
in the movie of your life.
But you
Okay.
guys, if you haven't seen Bill Hader, Barry, it's really good
I've heard it's good. I want to see it.
because it's so opposite of his silliness on SNL and everything. And I like him because he does a lot of impressions that are like really dead on and stuff. But I don't know. Also, Jason Sudeikis is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
There was a funny. Sorry, were you gonna say?
No, my celebrity best friend would be Chelsea Handler.
Oh,
Hands down.
I love the biting humor that she has and stuff.
Oh, she's great.
Like when she doesn't, I love celebrities who like shit on other, well, not shit, call out other celebrities for shit. Like they don't just say, "Oh, we're all celebrities. They're great. They're great." Like she'll be like, well, I love. Do you know who Jenny Johnson is?
No.
Jenny Johnson, high five.
Not my name.
She was a. We all should look her up. She's been blocked from she's made fun of Kim Kardashian so much she's been blocked. She used to be she was a TV
like her.
She was a TV producer in Houston and she had a great Twitter and now she moved to LA and now she's a comedy writer and everything. But yeah, and she has this weird thing going back with the guy from Dateline, Keith Morrison. You know that really weird guy from Dateline?
That is a very interesting situation.
Yeah, it's hilarious though. There's some Jenny Johnson that never is on Twitter that she can't get the handle from, so she's Jenny Johnson high five. HI5.
I see her.
Yeah. She's freaking hilarious.
Okay.
Like every time
What?
I can't say. We'll talk about it during the break.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's a good
You know what? Let's do
segue
it.
into a break. All right. So we'll take a break. We'll talk about pop culture, Pete Davidson Frenching a girl at the Rangers game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other shit. So stick around.
You're listening to the Weekly Yak.
Oh, good for you. And how was it?
Welcome back to the Weekly Yak with Mac
But then they gave me a big tip. So after I gave them my big
you.
tip.
and Randy.
Why
And
are your
Eric.
shit so dusty?
I'm sorry.
It's the Weekly Yak.
Yeah, I hadn't cleaned that day. I think it was the first day actually.
Was it the first one?
I think, or one of the first ones, I guess.
Yeah.
The sanitation wasn't up to par. So
Yes.
I think his mic arm was dusty. I think that's what it was.
It
So
was.
now you're going to inspect it now to make sure. I think it's pretty clean.
It is acceptable.
Well, thanks. You really didn't have to do anything. I bought all the stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right, so the second half's y'all's. Apparently, y'all have some good stuff. I didn't write any jokes for the news segment, so my bad.
We got a good news segment a second ago.
Sorry about that big gasp. But I'll just have to wonder.
Hey, it's a good bit.
Yeah.
Just something
I'm just
personal.
going to turn off y'all's mics because I'm mad at them now. All right, sorry.
Hello.
I'm good. I'm better now.
Good. I'm so glad.
The personal thing I was going to talk about during the first half was just that I had such a full week, planned, so many meetings, so many things scheduled. And it was the day of, or maybe the day before, almost all of them were canceled. And so I was left with this mostly empty week of me just sitting on my hands. But then some of it was just explained.
For fun.
And then,
Did you have pants on?
I hope so.
my office door locks. So
Oh. Blah.
You better not the next time you go.
And there's a
there.
wall between Mel and I, so if my door's ever closed now, I just know she's going to be thinking like,
Oh no.
Randy, what you doing?
He's in there sitting bare ass on his hands.
I give him a hard time though because he.
Yes, he does.
Oh god, no, because I was like, man, you feel like you're back in your single days getting stood up. Like he got stood up like 4 times this week on work meetings. I mean, not just like once. I mean, 4 different times he got stood
4
up.
days in a week. I had 4 different big things planned,
Including
every day,
today?
Including
the bombshell today?
including the bombshell that we just heard about that we can't really talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, something happened about someone, and that someone got into something, and then
So
something.
That is
yes.
so interesting.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh. It's like
can't talk
middle
about
school
it.
gossip. Person A did this with person B,
Yeah.
and then blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
All right.
In celebrity news,
There we go.
someone
You're the TMZ, and then you're the female correspondent.
I'm the Harvey Levin of this
Yeah.
podcast, except I'm not a terrible, horrible, shitty person.
Is he gay?
Yes, he is,
Okay.
and he's a Trumper. So fuck him.
Really? How
Yeah.
can you?
He is the guy in the White House is like basically his publicist. Like he
okay.
gets all of his like celebrity info from Harvey Levin.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Fuck that guy.
He should just be on Fox News.
And also when all that shit happened with Kathy Griffin, as like Trump and Harvey Levin were like communicating about it like, the entire time, and they were like double teaming on her, and not in the
Yeah,
way
they
that a lot. Poor Kathy, I love you, girl. Anyway,
all right.
someone who is a recurring topic on our
He's
podcast.
he's our mascot.
He really is. Pete Davidson is in the news because he's got a new boo, someone who we have also talked about once, even so briefly in the podcast with Kate Beckinsale, Celine from the Underworld movies. I love her so much. And
Was she in Titanic?
No, that's Kate Winslet.
Yeah,
Kate Winslet.
not Kate Blanchett.
No.
Kate Winslet.
Well, there's a bunch of Kates.
There's so many.
And apparently all British because Kate Beckinsale is British
she
too.
is.
Kate Beckinsale, Kate Winslet, and who's this
Kate
one?
Blanchett.
Blanchett.
No, this one is Beckinsale.
Beckinsale.
Yeah.
Beckinsale.
Beckinsale. What the fuck?
But
Yeah, they were tongue kissing at the Rangers at the New York Rangers
Yeah.
game.
yeah, and it was made even funnier because they're sitting next to Anthony Porofsky,
Yeah.
who is the wine and food guy on Netflix's Queer Eye
Yeah.
reboot, and
He's
it
the
just got,
third wheel kind of
and
thing.
it just got so memed. But on gay Twitter, the person on gay Twitter, the person that got the most attention was the beefy motherfucker sitting behind him in this gray sweater. He was beefy and he had some nice arms and he was real cute.
All
And
right.
he got some gay Twitter fame. No one, as of this moment, I don't know if anyone has like found his but I want to find it because I know he's got some shirtless selfies on Instagram and I
am
want to see that shit.
They
Wow.
have, yeah.
that picture of them kissing was just the best for a lot of groups of people. Apparently,
Yes, it
So,
was.
good for them.
And
Is that
just
the
the-
only story you have?
No, and then
Okay.
and then have something else. But it was just so funny because it got memed
Yeah.
because Anthony's just like giving him the side eye, like ugh.
Yeah, he looks like
Fucking
he's
heteros.
just having the worst day. It's so
love
great.
Is
him
Pete
so much.
Davidson gross?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
I can't decide. He's. I mean, I don't not like him, but I'm just like, is he like?
I would want
gross
to
or-
make sure all his STDs came back clear before I did
Yeah.
anything with him.
He definitely
Oh.
looks like he needs to probably go wash his hair.
Oh yeah,
Or
or
his-
just bathe.
I mean, but
He's
then
just
then after he does, I would feel fine about like having my way
Laying
with him.
down
Or
with him?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a 10-inch dick, bro.
All right.
Anybody would want to play with that.
Do we know? Oh well, Ariana Grande said. I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
God, it's as big as her arm, probably. As her as Ariana
It's as
Grande.
big as her entire body.
Right.
Ugh. Not
Well,
his dick, but her. I'm not a fan.
Well, some of us just have to bear that burden. So.
Oh,
I love
Lord.
Ariana.
Ugh.
And I love.
No, you don't like her?
No, I just want to
No.
fucking snatch that ponytail and just shave it off or cut it off or just
Oh my gosh.
quit looking like a child. She looks like she's trying to get the child molester in the van to pick her up. And
Like
so
she's the bait that
she
the
is the
police
bait.
have let her.
And I want to be like, bitch, you're 20 something years old. Quit looking like
You're
want
40 now, Ariana. Come man, come on.
She grosses me out. I just want to fix her hair.
You know who's annoying, who I hate, and this is because I'm old and cynical and just out of touch. Cardi B, I want to punch her in her
Cardi B.
How
face.
dare you?
I knew you would love her.
No.
That
Hashtag I am Nicki Minaj. I'm on team Nicki
I like
all
them both.
day. No,
That
no.
Okur thing and like she's just I don't know, like
You
shut
like that,
up.
Bingo?
I don't know. I don't
No.
get it. Nicki Minaj. I like Nicki Minaj because I know she's like 90% silicone, but I feel she's hot. So
I love Nicki so much. I also want to be her celebrity best friend.
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
that
I
as
know.
far as you want to go with her?
I
want to be her celebrity.
No, I just want to like be a part of her crew. I love her like so much. Randy knows the love I have for Nicki Minaj. It's pretty
Yes.
deep. It's pretty deep.
I will say, and
Deep.
Mel knows this for a fact, the first time anybody rides in my car, anyone, when it's their first time riding in my car, they have to listen to Nicki's verse in Monster by Kanye West and
Yes.
Jay-Z because it's the best rap verse in my opinion. And it's my
Yes.
favorite, and I rap the whole thing
All right.
along with it.
Well, I know if
Pull
you
up in the
ever give me a ride, I'll know what to
I
I
expect.
just
I
need to
guess.
get you in my car in the first place.
Hey.
Well,
But anyway, good for you, Kate Beckinsale,
Yeah.
and good for him for managing to.
he didn't like spiral into a. I mean, they were worried about him. Like people were worried about.
Yeah,
like,
he was in a bad way for a while.
Yeah, that's why they had him before Christmas, or they had him introduce a musical guest because he wasn't on the show, but people were worried. You know, because the host on SNL usually says, "Ladies and gentlemen."
Yeah.
So that's why they had him do that one episode.
Oh, wow.
Just because people were worried and he wasn't in the show at all that week. So
Oh, I didn't know that. And I
Anyway.
know Machine Gun Kelly is a good friend of his, and they like spent some time together to try and get him back in good spirits. I
And
guess.
John Mulaney is one of his good friends too, which is weird because they're really opposite.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have thought that at all.
They've been headlining shows in like Vegas and like because I follow John
Oh,
Mulaney
shit.
on Instagram and they're all buddy and taking selfies and stuff, and I'm like,
Oh.
that's really opposite. You know.
Yeah. It's
And-
a weird dynamic.
And did you have one other thing?
Oh, and then just this is maybe a little more aligned with what we were talking about last week. I watched the Gayle King R. Kelly interview on CBS this morning.
Should we
He
play
is-
a piece of that, or
I
does everybody
mean-
probably know what's going on?
I mean, it.
And it's so weird because I just watched. Say what you will about Dr. Phil. You know, he's weird. Is he really a doctor? Is he all this stuff? But I was listening. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was just talking about because he used to do like profiling for the FBI, like determining if somebody was lying or not.
Oh, did he really?
Or maybe not the FBI, for law enforcement or something. Like he was like a psychological profiler. I
That
guess.
surprises me. The Dr. Phil is legit. Keep going.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know for sure if he has a doctorate, but I know that he did that stuff. And he had just said, I had just seen where he's like, if you can tell, the way to tell if somebody's lying, if they're accused of something, they do, what did he say? Not qualifying statements. They do convincing statements. You know me. That's not me. I wouldn't do that. And what did R. Kelly say in that whole thing?
Yeah.
That's what he was saying the whole time. Like, why would I do this?
Yeah.
That's not me. You probably did. That's a lot. That's like a Cosby, not a Cosby dozen or whatever.
I mean, it's in
that's
that
a
same
Cosby
realm.
amount of
Yeah.
accusations. So
I mean, it just watching him like completely, he just gets unhinged. It's crazy.
is this
And-
camera on me?
Yeah.
Right
look,
here?
look at me. And then
Yeah. He's
just
just
Gayle
crying.
King, cool as a fucking cucumber, such a pro.
Of course. She's Oprah's best friend.
So much respect for Gayle. Good for you, girl.
So here's an important question.
Yes.
Is Gayle the Kelly or Michelle to Oprah's Beyonce?
Oh my god!
I mean, she's probably the Michelle. Or no, she's probably the Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
because
totally the Kelly.
who would
Okay.
the Michelle be? Stedman, because you never really see him.
Stedman's got the best gig ever.
Stedman, alumni of my school, Hardin
Real-
Simmons University.
Good lord!
That's
did
right.
everybody? Did you go to school with everybody go?
They
to-
weren't there at the
Yeah.
same time.
Well, I know,
We were
but
not.
still, they still went there.
But fun
he still went there.
story, Hardin Simmons would not accept his donations for things because he lives in sin with Oprah
Ah,
because they're not officially married.
well, common law marriage by
And-
now, right?
Well, yeah, but
Maybe.
that's not good enough for the Southern Baptist Convention, apparently.
Why would you never just take the leap with Oprah? Like, if you got divorced, you don't have anything. Like, what,
Yeah.
It's a win-win. He's a kept man.
There is that whole theory that it's really Gail and Oprah and Stedman's the beard.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe that either.
Because I feel at this point, they would have come forward with it.
You know what I think it is?
What?
It's a three-way.
Probably.
It's not gay.
Somehow they're all three a couple. I don't know.
Right.
However that works.
Conscious
It'd be like
couple.
that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't made your intro for Lady Bits. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's coming. That's what she said.
I'll just sing gently in the background.
It's coming. Your Lady Bits. It's coming in your Lady Bit. No, that's wrong.
Please don't say that. Okay, so pre-Lady Bits.
All right.
So you can stop with this. First off, we didn't have a crappy joke today. So way to go, Mac. But I've got one.
What?
I've got one. So, Facebook tells you.
You guys really think they're crappy?
Dude.
In the
Yes.
best way.
Yes. This one is a crappy joke.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
That's why I love them.
Yeah. So on that same part,
well, I quit.
Facebook memories came up and were like, oh, here's what you did. 7 years ago this very night, I saw a Radiohead in Austin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom York, lead singer Radiohead, said this joke. And you probably know this joke, but I want you to visualize, if you can, listening audience, creepy little English, small Tom York with his, uneven eyes, his little squinchy face saying, what do you call a fish with 3 eyes? Fish. It is a super crappy joke, but it was so out of character in the middle of a radio. Fish.
No, with I. Fish.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't tell it right, but
It's-
you know what? It doesn't matter.
Because I tell that joke all the time. It's what do you call a fish with no eyes?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do
Maybe
you call-
that's where I got that. But
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
No idea.
Ah, God damn it, you knew it.
What do you
but-
call a
Well, you wanted crappy
what do you
jokes. Here
call
we
a
go.
frozen deer with no eyes? Still no idea.
What do you call a deer with no eyes and no genitals? No fucking idea.
Well, I just thought this was super weird that he told this joke in the middle of a Radiohead concert. It just seemed really odd, but I loved it.
Really out of place.
Okay.
I wish the group Fish would have told that story in their concert. That'd be great.
That would have been great. All right, so it's time for my lady bits.
I think your little package or your intro should be
my little package.
Well, sorry, I was thinking about me. I think it should be like crazy manly. Wouldn't that be such the opposite of
my lady
fucking lady bitch? No. And you're like, so ladies, we're going to talk about. Anyway.
Okay, so we already talked that I don't like Ariana Grande, and we're about to talk about somebody else I don't like. But because I'm trying to be positive in my lady bits, I'm going to talk. I thought it was a very interesting read. So this is going to be controversial, guys.
Okay.
I don't like Taylor Swift at all.
Nah.
I don't.
She's one of my guilty pleasures, but okay.
Good Lord, you love everybody. Stop it.
I don't.
I don't enjoy anything about her looks, her songs, her persona.
Her teardrops on her guitar.
No, fuck that.
Cry me a river, bitch.
So fun story. My husband, who is a guitar player, anyway, we went and stayed at the Hard Rock Casino Hotel in Vegas one time, and it's Hard Rock, so they have guitars all on the wall. And my husband had an acoustic guitar, and we're walking down the hall, and he's like, oh my God, my guitar is on the wall. What celebrity owns my guitar? And it was fucking Taylor Swift. And he was so
awesome.
He was so pissed, and I laughed so hard. And not long after, he sold that guitar because he was like, I don't know.
He stole it from the Hard Rock Cafe?
No, he sold.
Oh, sold.
His own.
He just couldn't.
He couldn't, yeah.
Do you remember what kind of guitar it was?
Conscience.
It was an Ibanez acoustic.
I wouldn't expect her that to be her guitar.
Well, it probably wasn't because it was on the Hard Rock.
She just probably
touched
signed
it.
one and then just, right.
Right. Okay. So anyway, back to Tay-Tay.
Back to your hatred of her.
I hate that I said that. Anyway, so she's turning 30 soon.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was only 4 years.
Yeah. So she's turning 30 soon, and she is going to be on the cover of Elle magazine next month, and they interviewed her, and the things that I really actually enjoyed about this is she wrote a personal list of 30 things she learned before she turned 30.
Okay.
And of course, the whole list isn't here because the magazine's not out yet, so they're teasing it. But there's a few here that I thought were interesting that we could discuss that are, Taylor Swift learned them, but I think they're good little tips for us all. First off, she learned to turn the comments on her Instagram post off so she doesn't rely on the approval of strangers to boost her self-esteem. I would say also the negativity of people saying, like me saying, I hate you, slut. Not that I would ever say that on there, but, it's not just approval. It's
that makes sense. That's fair.
2, she's working hard to love and accept her body the way it is. I mean, I feel like that's everybody, but especially women. Like, you're skinny and you're like, I wish I have curves. You have curves and you're like, I wish I was skinny. Like,
well, that's just anybody. You wish what you have, what you don't have. I learned to not read the comments just on anything. Not just turn off the comments, but
just leave them
eventually
alone.
you'll get to why the Jews made up the Holocaust. Like somehow it always devolved into a I'm like, we're watching a cat playing the piano. And it's became this in the comment section.
Yeah, there's no point.
No.
Bush did 9/11.
This is
right. Jet fuel can't melt steel girder. Anyway.
On that same note, unfortunately, she was completely terrified to go on tour after the terrorist attack at Ariana Grande's Manchester concert and the mass shooting at the concert in Vegas in 2017. Yeah. I don't blame her. And what's really interesting is under that kind of segment, she said that her fear of violence has continued, and she carries, which is really sad. If Taylor Swift does this, it makes me sad about myself. She carries quick clot army grade bandage dressing for gunshot and stab wounds at all times.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so sad.
But it's not. I mean, I understand.
Yeah.
I
do too. Go ahead.
There was when I decided to stop teaching. My mom specifically, she was just like, it sucks that you're leaving this profession, but I'm really glad you're not going to get shut up at a school.
Yeah.
And I'm just like that was what something she was worried about for the longest time, me being a teacher, that she never brought up, that I hadn't even thought about.
Yeah. The next thing was actually something we talked about last week. So if you didn't listen to last week, you should. Taylor unequivocally believes victims of sexual assault when they come forward. We said that,
right.
Listen, and then...
We said listen to, not immediate belief.
Yeah.
In that same realm.
Yeah. Next, she's learned to recognize her childhood scars and work through them rather than letting them take over. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm about to be a bitch, but who cares? We discussed this. Quote. I'm going to try to read this in my Taylor Swift voice. I still have reoccurring flashbacks of sitting at lunch tables alone or hiding in the bathroom stall or trying to make a new friend and being laughed at. In my 20s, I found myself surrounded by girls who all wanted to be my friend. So I shouted it out from the rooftops, posted pictures, and celebrated my newfound acceptance into a sisterhood without realizing that other people still may feel the way I did when I felt so alone.
Man.
That was deep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It went funny then sad. Okay. Her public feuds have taught her...
Wait. So were you being a bitch by your imitation of how she...
I was being a bitch at first, and then I was like, oh, she actually had a legit point. I was at first ready to like...
Because I was ready for you to be like, fuck you, bitch. You were that popular bitch in middle school.
Is reading this going to just, at the end, you're going to just change your mind? You're like, she's not so bad.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I'm going to tear her. Oh, I can't tear her down. Okay.
Well, anybody that gets famous, that's going to happen. Hey, we're best friends.
Her public feuds have taught her that a simple way to deal with petty conflict is to laugh at it. So there you go. She took time to educate.
And also write songs about them.
Yeah, fucking every time she broke up, it's like, we get it. You're pissed at this guy. You're pissed at that guy. We know.
Yeah.
She took time to educate herself on politics, thank God, before speaking about her beliefs, and recognizes that it's her responsibility to use her influence for good.
That's crazy because a lot of people do not think that celebrities should.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got opinions just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
And if they've got a platform to do good with it, why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Good for you, girl.
But here's the thing, though. Everyone thinks they're quote unquote doing good, even when they're not.
That's fair.
Yeah. I love this one, and I really want to hear you guys take on this. Learn how to make a good, easy cocktail. Taylor recommends Pim's Cups, Aperol Spritzes, Old Fashions, and Mojitos.
Mojito.
I'm really good. My favorite cocktail that's easy and delicious is a Greyhound. So what
I don't know what that is.
It is vodka and grapefruit juice.
Okay.
What are your good, easy cocktails?
I mean,
Cocktail.
Yeah.
Sorry, I knew.
my go-to one was always, it was like Fireball, because I like the Fireball, peach schnapps, and then like a peach hibiscus tea, and drink it warm.
What is that? What is that called?
I don't know if
Is
it
that all
necessarily has a
together?
name. Yeah,
It's you put it
and then it's just like something you would drink like on a cold winter's night.
like a hot toddy.
Yeah, it's kind of a hot toddy. But I have actually recently decided to stop drinking, at least for the time being.
Boo! I will not. I made
No judgment.
I made the exact opposite decision
To drink more,
to drink way more.
especially first thing before going to school.
Yes, to kind of make it through the day. White Russian.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's an easy. Well, it's just it's
That's easy.
half and half Kahlua vodka.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
pretty
guess that's
easy.
three. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone says, have you ever seen? They always think they're gonna like blow my mind. Have you ever seen Big
Big
Lebowski?
Lebowski?
I'm like,
Oh.
no. You know that drink existed before that movie.
Yeah, right.
They act all like, is that why you like it? I'm like, no, I just like it. Like, I like that movie, but it didn't influence my drinking habits.
It's also like the easiest go-to Halloween costume.
The
Yeah,
Big
you just-
Lebowski.
Yeah, just get a robe, your boxers, a t-shirt, and a pair of sunglasses.
And then just walk around with a White Russian.
Exactly.
It was funny. He made an appearance on that Stella Artois commercial
Yeah,
in the
that's-
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny though, just to see him. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
A few more. And this one, okay, Taylor. Command strips are good for you if you don't want to make holes in your walls. And I love this comment. They're like, something tells me Taylor Swift doesn't rent a 1-bedroom like me and can probably nail things into her walls.
It sounds like
true.
a parody, like almost. Taylor says,
It's
you can use
apparently-
command strips and not
It
put
would-
holes. Oh, really?
it would be
Like,
funnier if it was something that was like super elitist, but like as if like a modern day Marie Antoinette, where it's just like, sometimes I don't know. This is like something like super pretentious that could like quote unquote be applied to everyone, but like would not make sense to
Yeah.
When you've run out of vodka, just have your assistant
Yeah,
in your
I've learned-
Mercedes run down to the store.
That's what she learned.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's the last one I'm going to share with you that's pretty funny, especially for the ladies. Make sure you take care of your skin and probably don't use a Sharpie as eyeliner.
Is that something that
Apparently, Taylor Swift used to.
She just learned this, right? Last
yeah,
year.
apparently. Yeah, I thought that was. I was like, okay, yeah, take care of your skin. And I was like, wait, you used a Sharpie as eyeliner? Those fumes, man. I love a Sharpie, but
wow.
But that's like, I learned not to stick my face in a fan.
Right?
Oh, thanks, Taylor. Thanks for that. I mean, it does sound like, it sounds like you're doing a bit or something. Like those are really things she learned.
buy it on your newsstands. Elle Magazine, April
geez.
edition, end of the month.
All right.
I briefly heard another kind of celebrity thing that I just remembered. That's our friend Lincoln told me about today. I don't know if he told you or if you were around when he was at work today. That
Yes.
I was like,
that
ooh,
go ahead.
suspense.
Jennifer Lopez just hired a certain local couple to renovate her
Yeah.
beach house in
I
Florida.
saw them together.
and it's making big
Yeah.
publicity.
JoJo.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Way to make us mad at the end of the show.
I know.
Oh, but we have one quick thing to discuss at this end of the show
Okay.
that we previously discussed off mic. Last week we had discussed that we were going to give each other things to watch and
Yes.
appreciate. And Randy had
We
mentioned...
have to appreciate them, too.
Well...
You have to watch it and appreciate it.
Anyway, Randy had mentioned that the new season of RuPaul's Drag Race was starting and that we should watch it. Well, guess what? Randy watched it. I watched it. Give you one guess who didn't.
And why didn't I watch it? Because somebody sent me a reminder the day after.
Dude, that is not an excuse because like I said, we live in a digital world, bro. You can get on your social medias and your Roku's.
When I get home, I go straight to YouTube and watch a bunch of ASMR. That's it. That's my whole day.
If you have VH1.
Yes.
Okay. If you download, do you have like a Roku or something?
Amazon Fire Stick.
Oh,
Okay.
you can find it.
Yeah, you can find
It's on demand somewhere.
I'm sure. And if
yeah.
nothing else, you can buy it for $2.99 on iTunes.
No.
And what you need to know there are 3 queens from Dallas, Texas in the season. But to be honest, I don't really like any of them, so I'm not rooting for the home team.
Plastique Tiara is the most unclockable drag queen I have ever seen. Point blank, period.
You will see her and go, that's a chick. And then you're like, oh, no, it's not. But yeah, it was very entertaining like the first week is. We mentioned we had some Miley Cyrusing on there, as well as... just meeting the queens is always interesting. Like there's a queen that at first I was like, I love her. And then I was like, oh, she's kind of annoying, which is Silky Nutmeg Ganache. And she does this thing where she goes, attitude check.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. So anytime she says attitude check, everyone's supposed to yell back, fuck you, bitch. And at first you're like, yeah. And then there's one time where she says it and no one responds because they're like, bitch, you're annoying.
And they're all just like at this is just like sewing, like, shut up, leave me alone.
And this time, just because I know, Mac, you're just dying to know about it. They're half of them, for those of you who are curious, are what we refer to as comedy queens, which are the kind I enjoy. They're exactly what you think. They're funny and they rely on kind of gags and stuff like that.
Gags, I bet.
Hey. And the other are pageant queens, which are all about looking pretty and literally...
It's like a beauty contest.
It really
it's called
is.
A pageant queen, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. You need to watch it and see what you find out. On a related note, one of my students... I teach college, so it's not a high school person, is actually making her debut tonight in Dallas at the Rose Room where lots of these queens perform. So
Station 4.
Yeah, shout out
You can
Zach.
say queen? Can you say drag queen?
Yeah.
Is
that's
that
what they
still okay?
are. Yeah, drag
well, that's
queens.
not offensive. Okay.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the art form is drag. But anyway, it's pretty interesting, and so maybe next time you can watch it and tell us what you think.
Yeah, I mean, before we leave, we're going to have to go into his DVR and
set the alarm for him.
Yes,
so
and at least record it. That way he can watch it.
Or tell me on time.
Because it comes out. I mean,
and you have to watch a Friends episode. That was your thing.
Yes, but you have to tell me which one it is. Because
no, I think we.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned what it was.
The one with
keep
the
it
video.
all drag queen. No, I thought we were gonna keep it all drag queen.
Oh yeah, the one where Chandler goes to see his dad. That was the one.
Yeah, we'll give you the season
specific
episode
one.
number. Yeah. That's when you'll watch.
And I'm working on whatever I'm going to make you guys do.
Okay.
Well, we have to make you watch something.
I guess.
Well, you don't like. I feel like you don't hate anything.
Well,
you have to watch Taylor Swift all day.
Oh God. Ugh. One time I did. I will say this about Taylor Swift. One time I got really drunk and I made a rule with my friend in New Jersey that you fist pump to Taylor Swift. So whenever she comes on the radio, you fist pump because she's from Jersey. You fist pump for everything. But when
Taylor Swift from New Jersey?
No, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Jersey. Except when you fist pump to "Love Story," it's just like really slow. It's sad. It's a love story, but we still fist pump to it because that's what you do. Fist pump. To
I have
Swift.
a video that I think you would watch that you probably haven't seen. It's called "Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life." Have you seen this video?
I have not.
Okay, so
would she hate it?
Probably.
Okay, good.
Oh no!
Hooray!
We're gonna watch it eventually. I want to watch it with you at some point together and then gauge your reaction. We'll talk about it next week. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. If anybody listening knows this, they're just like,
Wait,
oh
like
no.
Shrek the movie?
Yeah,
like the guy, the
Shrek,
ogre?
like the ogre, Michael Myers.
It's bad because I
Michael
know
Myers.
mine is going to be like
Or Mike Myers, whatever his name is.
Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande. You know, like I just mentioned how much I fucking love Nicki Minaj. I've not watched the video for Bed with Nicki Minaj because it's her and Ariana Grande, and I can't stand Ariana Grande. And so I just don't listen to Nicki with Ariana. It's painful, guys.
That's very. I love your commitment to not liking.
I just want to fix her damn hair. Just let me fix your hair. Quit looking like you're trying to catch a predator.
Oh, I used to watch that show all the time. All right, we got to get out of here. We're running long here.
That's what she said.
All
Like
right.
Pete Davidson.
All right. Well, good second show, everybody. I guess. Even though I didn't have my signature joke bit, so I'm gonna continue to think that it's good. I don't care what you say or what anyone. I don't care what anyone says.
It's good.
They're good. Anyway, so I guess we'll watch Things We Hate for next. We got to come up with a name for that.
Things we
Things we hate. Oh, no, Netflix and chill was supposed to be things we like that we wanted to tell each other about.
Okay.
It's like a new appreciation because we're
gonna
appreciating
workshop
something.
it.
Yeah, we're working. It's happening.
We'll workshop. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, that was great. Y'all doing? I never do anything. Are y'all nothing?
I don't have anything to plug right now.
I don't either personally, but please, you should still listen to Dirty
the
Echoes.
band,
yeah,
Dirty Echoes.
We're next weekend. Randy and I are road tripping to South by Southwest to hear them
Oh,
on
nice.
St. Patrick's Day. So yeah.
That's already time for South by Southwest.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Next week's.
Have you ever been before?
I've not been to music. I've been for movies. But,
All right.
So
I went to the South by Southwest poetry reading. But no, I'm kidding. That's not a thing.
I was looking. We were all both like, "What? Okay."
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was trying to think of the boring. Like, it'd be funny if there's all these different parts that's there's a
The
South by Southwest like
shuffleboard concert.
William Shatner sang lyrics from songs. That's
There you go.
that whole genre of that. That's all at that one. So you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Where he's okay.
Yes.
Anyway, anything else? We good?
That's
We're
it.
good.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks, guys. Catch you on
Thank
next time
you.
with the Weekly Act. See ya.
Bye.
That was awesome.
Thanks for listening to the Weekly Yak.
No, sir, I didn't like it.
Check us out at weeklyyak.com. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Lighthouses rule.
And subscribe to us on iTunes.
Keep looking up, because that's where it all is.